once again. This is episode 6 of TED Talks this 2023 football season, and we were talking off air about last week's game. And, Coach, I don't know. I know I've never experienced that from the booth before. You say you never had that from the field either.
I've never been a part of anything like that. A week ago, tomorrow was brutal.
Yeah.
It was. I've never been a part of a loss like that, and I know a lot of people, they want to criticize the coaches and everything, but I mean, I said it Monday. We only had about 15 kids in practice
Yes,
Monday.
you did.
And this was last Monday. This Monday, we had about 15 kids in practice. So, but I will say this: the 15 that show up are the 15 that you see on the field all the time. They play.
Yeah.
I can't play guys who ain't here.
Yeah.
So, if we got parents that's fussing about kids who are not playing, I mean, they got to come to practice.
Yes, sir. And
I'm not putting them out there if they're not prepared.
The morale and the attitude of this team coming off the practice field today was good.
Yeah.
You know, it's not what you would expect after a 63-0 whooping. I mean, these kids are still coming out to work.
I mean, because these kids know how hard me and my coaching staff work.
Yes, sir.
I mean, we work 7 days a week trying to prepare them to put their best foot forward. I mean, it's not just watching film and everything, man. We're washing clothes. I mean, we're cleaning up. We do everything everything possible for these kids.
Sure.
If one of them is hungry, I'm gonna go get them something to eat.
Well, yeah.
I mean, that's what my coaches gave to me, and I'm gonna give that back to these kids. And I mean, they deserve it. I
Yes,
mean,
sir.
They're mine. Like Coach Prime said, these are my babies. When you talk about them, you talk about me. You making it personal to me.
Yeah, that's right.
But at the same time, I mean, this game is Rome was not changed overnight.
No,
it wasn't. So it wasn't won overnight. So I'm trying to build a program here, but I need kids here. I need them to come to practice, and it's hard to I guess, get a good picture of what we get Friday night when we only have 15 kids in practice. You ain't even got 11 on 11.
Yeah.
So I mean, parents, I'm asking you, I'm begging you.
Yeah.
Send your kid to practice.
Yes, sir.
Send your kid to practice. If we don't have enough to practice on Monday and on Tuesday and on Wednesday, Thursday we ain't even hitting. We're just walking through.
Yeah.
So and I'm gonna tell you this: it'll be 30 kids here on Thursday, but the 15 that's been here will play.
Yeah.
Those other 15, they won't play.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, you do all the preparation in the first part of the week. Because, you can't wear those kids down right before the game.
Okay.
I mean, that's just, to me, that's common sense. You're talking about it being personal, and obviously I'm not going to mention names here because we got kids and HIPAA and all this.
Right.
But how difficult is that, Coach? I mean, you have to finish a game and a kid taken off in an ambulance.
Yeah, that's very difficult. I mean, that kid is one of the 15 that shows up every day. Oh. And believe it or not, I mean, Monday that kid was trying to come to practice. And I'm like, no, son, no. And he's like, well, they said I can't get released until we get something back from our trainer. I mean, that kid wants to be here. He wants to practice. And here's the thing about it, man, to the kids who are not showing up every day, that could have been that kid's last football game, last play.
That was scary.
And he shows up every day.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things, man, you never know when it's it. So don't take it for granted.
Yeah. When that ambulance pulls out on the field, you never want to see that. And we were talking about it up top, which we had John down low, and he was able to tell us, it's kind of like a knee to the back of the head, that kind of thing. And in those kind of injuries, you got to be extra careful.
Yeah.
I'm thankful we had our training staff there to be able to.
He wanted to get up and come back to the sideline. He said, man, y'all put me in the ambulance. I can't play no more tonight. I said, you know what? Regardless if you go in the ambulance, you're not playing anymore tonight.
That's exactly right.
So we got your safety is more important in this game, man.
That's right.
Way more important in this game. I want to see you, grow old. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be a very, very old man if I see you as an old man. But I want to see that. I want to give you a chance one day to be that guy. So I don't want you to get hurt in high school football to where you something wrong with your brain.
Yeah.
So
that's right.
We take brain injury serious.
Yes, sir. Definitely. Well, we'll keep an eye on that, and hopefully he's all right. And I know he's wanting to play again and be back out on the field. We'll see when he gets released to do so. 63-0 Friday night, and I look back, and I know we're going to be interviewing here after a while Jay, and we'll be dropping that interview later. Obviously, we don't do that on the TED Talk show. We release that about midnight on Saturday morning, and that way the game is over with, and if those kids say anything, it's not giving away any game plan.
Right.
But, we are still dealing with students here. But Jay had a night, he was pretty much, when I went back and looked at the pictures, they just took pictures in the first half. That injury shook my camera guy up pretty good. He came up and sat up top with me the rest of the game.
Oh, yeah.
He just, man.
I mean, that's understandable.
And but all the pictures that I had, I mean, of offense, most of them had Jay in them.
Yeah, he was. We knew going into the game he was going to play a big part offensively for us, and he does. I mean, he's very explosive with the ball, and I wish he would outrun that guy on kickoff and score, because all he got to do right there is turn the burners on. But I mean, we live and we learn.
Yes,
we
sir.
live and we learn, and
Yes, sir.
and we're going to continue to put the ball in his hand. I mean, whether we throw it to him or we hand the ball off. And you saw Friday night, we motioned him in the back for hand the ball off to him. So
That's it. And you know,
just a little wrinkle we put in to try to move the ball, because I mean he understands the offense coming from an ex-quarterback.
That's it. And I appreciate his attitude of going ahead and bouncing out. You know, some kids, if they'd have got removed from quarterback, they'd have quit. But he took that right, and really, to me, he's embracing that role, and he's really producing.
Yeah, Jay he's a team guy. That's the reason, part of the reason why he's a team captain.
Okay.
If you notice, before the game,
Yes.
whenever the coin toss is, he's always going out on the field, and he is actually the one who's talking.
Okay.
That's the trust that he has built up, you know, from the coaching staff. We trust him in making the right decisions. Of course, he's our ex-quarterback, so he's vocal. So,
yeah.
I mean, leaders have to be vocal. Sometimes it's hard to do it because you got to lead by example. But I mean, I trust the kid.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Defensively, you know, I look back at some of those scoring drives, and man, a lot of them were big chunk plays.
Yeah, they were. They were. I mean, one of them actually, they snapped the ball with 12 people on the field.
Yes.
And it was, you know, that was one of those big chunk plays when they threw the ball to the tight end. They actually had 12 people on the field, and you know, I knew before the game started, when the officials, the white hat, he said, this is a makeup crew. This game almost got moved to Saturday. The only reason why it did not is because it's their homecoming.
Oh,
and these guys are inexperienced, so work with me. I mean, and they were
wow.
terrible. They were terrible.
Yeah.
I mean,
they lived up to it.
If you notice, I mean, right out the bat, we got 2 penalties when we were on defense on Stephon Shivers.
Yeah.
And they said he was offside. The kid was not offside. Said he was in neutral zone. Neutral zone meaning you're touching the ball, and that means that you're either even with the ball or you're across the ball if you're in the neutral zone. And he was not. But I'm standing right behind the ref when we get on offense. Their number 23, their nose guard, was actually across the ball.
Yeah.
It's like, if mine is in the neutral zone, why is he not in the neutral zone?
Yeah.
He's like, he's not in the neutral zone because he's across the ball. But, I mean, anyway, the white hat explained that these, you know, very inexperienced guys, they've never called high school games yet because they just got into to being refs. So, I know that it still probably wouldn't have mattered because of the way we play, but at the same time, my kids don't deserve to be cheated.
That's right. And, you know, we did play a very good team in the sense that a lot of people have Dresden, you know, in the run for a state championship in our division. So
they're that caliber team, but, I mean, they're senior heavy, so they should be.
That's right.
Senior heavy, they should be.
That's right. Well, we look ahead this week to Lake County, another road trip before you get to come home and face the Tigers of Halls. Lake County looks different this year from years past. What's something that's standing out that's different from the last team that you played?
And one thing that stands out in Lake County, they have a running back, number 24. He can run the football. I mean, reminds you back in the days, you know, when Humboldt would understand this, Marcus Duncan.
Okay.
So he when he hits it, and if he get a step on you, you're not gonna catch him.
Yeah.
So he can run the football. I mean, second half against Halls, I think he set a record. I think he set a school record with yards, with carries and yards.
Oh.
So
wow,
he can run the football. I mean, we got some things for him defensively we're gonna try to do to him. Hopefully our kids execute it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
we
sir.
got some things to do and some adjustments off of it. So
yeah,
those of you who don't understand football, we game plan, and we have adjustments for what don't happen if we game plan. The kids are not executing it right. We're gonna do something else.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Offensively, what do you think? About their defense, and what are you looking at there?
I think that their defense, man. Be honest with you, they're solid.
Okay.
And there's some things that we can take advantage of. I don't want to speak too much about it. And just hopefully that we call the correct plays and the guys execute it, man.
Sure.
They're there. The plays are there. Monday is offensive day.
Okay.
And we had a great offensive day Monday, even though we only had 15 kids there.
Yeah.
But, 15, which that gave us a chance to put the box together. If I want to talk football terms, the 2 inside linebackers and their defensive line we put there. So that we have to get those guys blocked before we run the ball. So,
yeah.
we worked on that well, and then we did a little 7-on-7 where we took the box out and just worked on the passing game. You adjust with what you have to try to make it happen. So
yes, sir. Well, good luck Friday night as we travel to Lake County, looking to get that elusive first win of the year, and it's time for it to start coming as now these district games keep stacking up.
Told the kids, man, hey, we got 5 games left. You win 4 of them, you're in the playoffs.
Yes, sir.
Win 4 of them, you're in the playoffs, but I want to win all 5 of them. You win all 5 of them, you have a chance to host a playoff game.
And
who would think Humboldt would host a playoff game the way we started the season? But it's possible.
But and you look back at this season, there's 2 games that you point to and say we should have won that.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's there. That's the thing. We're not so far away. We're not a 63-0 team.
No, we're not.
That's the thing that's so hard.
The thing about it, you're not going to see a Dresden every Friday night either.
No.
So, when people say, or I've seen it firsthand because we played them, they are a state championship caliber team.
Yes, sir.
I have coached in 4 state championship games. Been fortunate enough to do that.
Yes, sir.
And, they're not that far off a 3A state championship team.
Wow.
That's a good ball club.
Yes, it is.
We won against. So.
Yes, sir. Well, good luck Friday night. Appreciate the time today.
All right.